Hi, I'm going to take you through 5 key poses, 5 key postures which you can improve your flexibility with. First one is tabletop, moving into cat-cow and a bit of rotation of the hips. Second one is child's pose. Third one is cobra and upward facing dog. And then from there we'll put all of those 3 together into a little flow to improve your overall flexibility in your back. And then we'll move on to downward facing dog, and finally just a simple forward fold, and we'll finish off the practice with some nice twists and a little bit of a relax at the end. Okay, off we go. So getting yourself onto your mat, come into tabletop position. So wrists are underneath elbows, which are underneath your shoulders obviously, knees underneath your hips. First of all, we're just going to gently start getting some rotation and some movement into the hips. So just gentle movements going all the way around. Nice and easy, warming up the back, warming up the hips. So we're going in a clockwise direction at the moment. Now we're going to swap it round, so we go in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Get some nice slow circular movements with the hips. Get a bit more energetic with that, so we'll get some movement into the shoulder areas as well. All of these ones are really nice to do first thing in the morning, get you up and ready for the day. Come to stillness here. So we'll sequence through our cat-cow. So going into cow first, so keeping your hands and your knees exactly where they were before. As you inhale, you're dropping your belly down and you're pushing your tailbone up. And then as you exhale, you do the opposite. So you're tucking your tailbone in, drawing in the stomach, arching the back like an angry cat. So just do that with your breath, moving through at your own pace. So inhale into cow, exhale into cat. You can really do as many of these as you want to. Drawing the shoulders back, opening up the chest. As you inhale there, draw the shoulders back, lift your gaze up, open up your throat. Nicely, gently warming up the spine. Let's do one more. And then come to stillness. And then take your knees a little bit wider on the mat. Put your heels together at the back, and we're going to slide those hips back down towards our heels as we go. Take your hands out in front of you. We're moving into child's pose now. So if you can, get your hands as long as you can on the mat. Work with your breath here. As you exhale, you can draw your stomach in a little bit more. Invite those hips to come down a little bit closer to your heels. Maybe stretch those fingers out a little bit longer in front of you. If that's too much and you find you can't get your forehead to the mat, just make a little pillow here with your hands. And rest like that. It's a really relaxing pose. This one is a really good one to do before you go to sleep at night as well. Nice and relaxing. If you can get your forehead down below your heart, it's a really lovely relaxing pose to do at the end of the day. So just breathe into that. Take a few more deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. As I said, every time you exhale, those hips are coming a little bit closer down towards the heel. So you've got a nice long line all the way from your tips of your fingers right the way out through your arms, into your shoulders, down your spine to the base of your tailbone. One more deep breath in and out here. Next inhale, come back up to your tabletop position. Now we're going to take those legs out long behind us, hands hands where they are for the moment. So tops of the feet are now onto the bottom of onto the floor. And we're just going to lower our chest down slowly to the mat, letting that chest melt down to the mat, preparing for Cobra. So with Cobra, you're using your abdominal muscles to lift yourself up. Your hands are around about where your shoulders are, but I don't want you to push into the mat with your hands too much. Use about 50% of the effort from your hands, and as you inhale, rise up, bring that chest, bring that torso up off the ground, pushing your pelvis into the mat, pushing the tops of your feet into the mat. And as you exhale, you come down. Let's take another inhale, we go up. Not pushing too much into the hands, you really using those muscles in your back and your torso to lift your torso off of the mat. Exhale, come down, one last go. Bring it up. And exhale, come down. I'll give you some options here. If you want to go wider, you can take your hands maybe 6 to 10 inches to the side of where you are. A bit more of a challenge, this one. So we're still going up into Cobra, but this time you can either go flat down with your palms and push up wider like that. A little bit more of a challenge, and you'll feel much more of a deeper opening at the front. And come down. So that's with your hands flat on the floor, palms flat on the floor, or even on your fingertips. So inhale, pressing up. See if you can extend those arms up. Hold it there. Pushing that pelvis into the mat all the time. One more breath here. And as you exhale, come down with the arms. We'll do that one more time. So pushing into the floor as we go, lifting up with the torso. Inhaling all the way up, opening up the front of your body. Draw those shoulders back as you go. 2 breaths here. And then bring it down slowly back to the mat. Final variation here, bring those hands back in. You can go into upward facing dog. So as you do this, you're keeping your hands here around where your shoulders are, but you're pushing into the mat, lifting that torso up, and this time we're going up further because we're lifting our pelvis and our thighs off of the mat. Open up the front of your chest and come down. Just do that one more time. Pushing up, lifting that torso up as we inhale. Exhale as we come down to the mat. Okay, now we can put all those 3 movements together. So we're starting in start in child's pose, go through tabletop, into our Cobra and up facing dog, and then flow back to child's pose. So, tabletop's your starting point here to start with. Sink that backside down towards your heels, get into child's pose. So we'll take it slowly. Inhale as you rise up, bring those hands there. Then as you exhale, come down, chest goes to mat. Shuffle those hands just forward just a little bit. Inhale, rise up into Cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rise up further into up facing dog. Full extension, hips and thighs off the mat. Open up. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, push all the way back. Lift those hips. Spread your knees a bit, go back into child's pose. We'll just keep going through that. So nice, relaxing little flow. Up from child's pose, through tabletop position. Let the chest come down. Inhale up to Cobra. Exhale down from Cobra. Inhale all the way up, bring it up, upward facing dog. Exhale, come down, chest to mat. Push into those hands again. Lift that butt, put your backside down, sink back down into child's pose. We'll just keep going through that. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, the chest to mat. Inhale, come up into Cobra. Exhale, chest back down. Inhale, big lift. Upward facing dog. Exhale, come down. Inhale, push back with the arms, back with the hips, sink back into child's pose. One more time. Inhale, come up through tabletop. Chest melts down as you exhale. Inhale, lift up. Cobra. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, lift all the way up. Pelvis, thighs off the mat. Open up that back, hold it there. Exhale, come down to the mat. Okay. Moving back through tabletop. We're going to kick back into downward facing dog. That's going to stretch out our hamstrings at the back, our quads, and our calf muscles. So pushing back into downward facing dog, your head is now between your biceps. Let that head hang heavy. Your gaze is somewhere between your feet here and your hands here, so mid-distance. Put those fingers wide, press into the fingertips, and once you're getting comfortable, once you've got the right distance between your hands and your feet to make it feel comfortable for you, gradually start to pedal out those legs. Walk that dog, so bending the left knee, and then the right knee, straightening the opposite as you go, bending as we go. Stretching those hamstrings, stretching those calf muscles out, making us more flexible. Let that head really hang down, let gravity take its toll. Relax your jaw. Come to stillness. Bend both knees at once. Bring your knees to your chest, chest to your knees. Hold it there. Pushing into your fingertips, pushing the earth away. Straighten both your legs. Look between your hands and walk those feet gently up to the front of the mat so you're into a forward fold here. So your feet are together here. Shuffle them apart slightly so they're about hip width apart. Take a generous bend in those knees and then just fold forward. Let those hands hang down, allowing your chest to come to your thighs. Breathe with it. Grab hold of each elbow with your opposite hand and then just let gravity let you hang there. Sway from side to side. And you might find you can start straightening those legs slightly. Keep a bend in the legs if you need to. Drop the hands to the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, drawing the shoulders back as you go. Hands onto shin. Exhale, forward fold again. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shin, draw those shoulders back, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And this time, as we inhale, we're going to rise, hinging at the waist all the way up. Hands come right the way above your head. Palms together above your head. Draw those hands down in front of your heart. Hands to side, straighten yourself out. We'll just end this up with a few side twists, a bit of twisting going on. So, get yourself onto the mat again, feet go out in front of you. You're going to draw your left knee up towards your chest. Your left ankle is going to go on the other side of your right knee. So bring it over. That foot is now on the mat. Left hand goes up and round behind you. It's like a kickstand on a bike supporting you there. Right hand goes up. Bring the elbow, your right elbow, to the outside of your left knee. And as you do it, you can go into a really nice twist there. Looking over your left shoulder. Breathe with it. With every exhale, you can just pull that belly in a little bit more, invite your body to turn just a little bit more. Keeping that left foot on the floor. You don't have to have your hand up here, you can have your hand down there, if that's easy. Inhale, as you exhale, bring both hands round to the other side of the mat. Palms down to the floor, counter twist, looking over your right shoulder. Unravel yourself there. Take that left leg down, bring the right knee up this time, exactly the same things, just on the other side. So right ankle is now coming over to the outside of your left knee. Right arm goes up and around to the back, like a kickstand on a bike. Left arm goes up, elbow hooks around the outside of the right knee. Once you're there, you can twist round, turning round, looking over your right shoulder this time. Exhale, draw that stomach in just a little bit more. Increase that twist just a little bit more. Go as far as is comfortable. If it hurts, pull out of it. Don't worry. One final deep inhale here. As you exhale and release those hands, bring them round this side. Both hands come onto the floor. Counter twist. We're now looking over our left shoulder. Unravel yourself. Put the legs out in front of you. Shuffle your backside down. Lay back down flat on your back. Before we go into a quick shavasana, just going to bring both the knees up to the body, hug those knees in. Maybe roll around on the small of the back. Gently massaging out the back of your spine. Exhale, let those legs go long, either side of the mat. Hands to your side, get yourself comfortable. Palms are now facing upwards, close your eyes. And we'll focus on our breath. So taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and letting the air sigh out through your mouth. We're just going to focus on our breath. Let the air just fall out of your mouth. Another big inhale. And exhale, let the air fall out of your mouth, relaxing as you go, letting all tension go. Final deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So focusing on your breath as your point of meditation, we're just going to say as we breathe in, I am breathing in. And as you exhale, as you breathe out, you say inside your mind, I am breathing out. And let that be your point of focus. Concentrate on that. Any thoughts that come into your head, acknowledge them and let them go. Return to your breath. Slowing your breath down, focusing only on your breath. stay here as long as you wish. If you wish to come back into the room now, just a little bit of gentle movement. And your fingers and your toes, maybe rotating your wrists slightly, moving those ankles slightly. Bringing our breath back to normal, draw the knees back into your chest one last time. Arms around your shins, hug that in really tight. As you exhale, roll over to your right hand side. Left palm is now on the floor, a little pillow for your head with your right arm. Still with your eyes closed, bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. That might be cross-legged, with your knees under you. Eyes still closed, bring your hands to heart center, tips of your fingers together. Hands in front of your heart. We'll take 3 last breaths together. Inhale through the nose, big inhale, bringing in fresh air into your body. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth, sigh the air out, second time, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, last time, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, bowing your head slightly, bringing your thumbs to your forehead, acknowledging your true self. Namaste.